Welcome back. We are talking about experiencing some fun and a few scares on stage. Here to chat about 4 special events coming to Playhouse Square this fall is Stephanie Kiefer. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me again.
Always something going on. That's why we have them on so often, because you guys don't stop with providing us great entertainment.
We don't. We try to keep things very full down there. We really try to provide something for everybody. So yeah.
You do it well. That is for sure. I want to jump right into these so we have time to talk about all of them. The first one is haunted objects coming.
I mean, it's spooky season, right? So
yes,
it's October. We can officially talk about spooky shows now. And what's spookier than haunted objects, right? So
nothing.
Exactly. I'm very intrigued by this. So it's Greg and Dana Newkirk, and they're some of the country's leading paranormal investigators, and they collect haunted objects. So things that you think about, trinkets that you find, those creepy looking porcelain dolls, those little like trinkets, paintings, knickknacks, and they all have a story behind them. So they really look into what the folklore is behind them, what caused them to maybe have a curse, maybe if they broke the curse, how did they figure that out? They actually have a whole museum because people send them these objects that they find and they want to know more about. So really, really intriguing.
So will they have a lot of those on display, and they talk about them?
Yeah, so they'll pull up different objects and talk about what the story is behind them, maybe how they broke the curse of it, and then there's a little bit of an interactive element too, a voluntary interactive element where they're trying to create their own haunted object. So that's very intriguing to me.
Okay, all right. So that's just one. Now, what about Psychology of Cults?
Psychology of Cults.
After that?
Yeah, so that's at the end of October. And what that is one of the nation's leading cult intervention specialists. Her name is Ashlyn Hilliard. And she has really made a living out of learning what makes this happen. So what makes a cult form? Why do people want to get involved with them? And how do you break free of them? And she has really worked with a lot of different people who see their family members getting into these coercive behaviors, really getting into these situations. So gangs, cults, abusive behavior, abusive relationships. And then, how do you get out of that? So she has gone in and really she's put herself in a lot of these situations. She's put herself in a lot of danger and really tried to learn what makes them tick. She's doing an indie film. She's a producer on an indie film about 2 sisters who have escaped a violent cult that they were born into. So she'll really talk about kind of the whole psychology and what that human behavior is like.
That's interesting. That's very different.
Very intriguing. Yeah.
Yes. All right, now we switch to a bit of a lighter note with comedian John Crist.
Yeah, not everyone likes spooky. So if you want some comedy, you want to laugh instead. Yes.
John has been on New Day several times, and he is a hoot.
Yes. Yeah. He's got a lot of viral videos that people have really picked up on. The one I was watching the other day that I really liked was what if a golf announcer and a soccer announcer switch places. So you think of golf as such a quiet sport, and you've got this raucous soccer announcer that's yelling yes, he made it in, hole in one. And then conversely, you've got a soccer game that people are usually so super pumped about, and you've got polite golf claps happening when they make a big goal. So he talks about things like that. This is a one-man stand-up show, so he talks about family life. He talks about parents at Disney. He talks about some sports too.
He has some of the best bits. I mean, I cry laughing. He did one bit once where he had actually asked me to be, it was something they were pretending, he was pretending like he was a reporter out in the snow, and he needed an anchor to be tossing to him. People to this day think that the whole bit is real. Yeah. It is so funny. You have to look him up on social media too. Yeah. He's great. He's wholesome and great. So, All right, now what about Mark Twain Tonight?
Mark Twain Tonight. And this is a show we've had before. So this time it's Richard Thomas. So the show itself was originally acted in by Hal Holbrook, who unfortunately has passed away. So Richard Thomas is the first actor to be able to play this role outside of Mr. Holbrook himself. And he personifies Mark Twain and does dramatic readings of some of his more comedic works. Okay. So it's a one-man show. Richard Thomas, a lot of people know him. He was recently in To Kill a Mockingbird. He was Atticus Finch. He was John Boy in The Waltons years ago. Really delightful actor, delightful man. He's really excited to take on this role. I think it's going to be a really, really fun thing to see.
All right, now 2 of these shows you are offering a wonderful discount too. Yes. 20% off.
20% off today only. So if you go online to our website, playhousesquare.org, and either Psychology of Cults or Mark Twain Tonight, 20% off select tickets for today only. So don't wait on those. Definitely go. There will still be tickets available. And again, these are just a few of the many, many shows that we have this month and going into the holidays. And so if there's not something here that you saw, go to our website.
Kitchen's coming
Kitchen
up.
is opening next week.
I
Yeah,
mean, there's
we're
so
super
much going
excited.
on there. Always go to their website. It's always a great gift to give to for anyone. If it's for a birthday, for an anniversary, for the holidays, whatever you name it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having
today.
me.
It's
Good to
always
see
good
you.
to see you. They keep them busy over there, I'll tell you what.